Firetalk's up. YouNow's up. This Vlogcast will be inappropriate for all ages. Right here on the house that Kamurai built. And I'm sure I do not look like I'm in the mood for anything. I woke up not feeling great. Wasn't feeling good last night before I started troubleshooting my studio PC, which I am not on. As you can see, I have none of my wonderful little pictures and stupid shit because I moved it to that C drive. So I start testing it. I finally get to find a thing to verify drivers. Turns out a driver for my antivirus may have been one of the causes. I'm convinced at this point that my problem was that I was not fighting one issue. I was fighting like 4 different issues, which comes down to a driver issue, or all driver issues. One of them being with the Logitech camera, another one being with the NVIDIA drivers, another one being the antivirus driver, and then I think I was having just general software issues with my media tools. So, once I finally get there, I can't boot back into Windows to actually fix the issue. I'm stuck in this weird loop where it just continuously restarts back into things. I even had my Windows 10 thumb drive that I could troubleshoot with, and unless I was going to just wipe the entire drive and reinstall, I didn't really have another option. As I was trying to go through and figure things out, I definitely, how do I say it, maybe rushed a couple things. I ended up knocking the case a couple times. Where it's set off the floor, and then like it's just kind of awkward to get to, because I started doing hardware troubleshooting to try to figure out if I actually had a hardware problem on top of everything else. And I think I didn't have a hardware problem. And then I started swapping pieces out. I think I did something at some point that maybe I just restarted too quickly. Because if you interrupt your restart process, you can do things. There's that, and then I found like 3 loose screws inside my tower. 2 of them I have no idea where they went to. One of them I identified where it should have gone, but for whatever reason it wouldn't screw in all the way. So when I put in the replacement board, I'll make sure that happens one way or the other. So I'm pretty sure I either shorted the board or whatever, because I can't get that board to work. I even swapped the processors back out. I took the i5 that I had put in the other computer. I think it was i5. They're not really labeled. So if you misplace them and you just have a pile of processors, I'm not sure you're supposed to know what's what. But I should have an i3 laying around extra somewhere. And the i5 should be in this computer. It's actually worth looking at. Because I'm not entirely sure that's true. And then I should have whatever was before the i3, because I think I had one. No, this is the i3, so where's my i5 at? That's a really good question. Unless I just jumped from 3 to 7. I gotta figure that out. Regardless, I should have 2 other processors sitting around somewhere. So I'll have to figure that out. That'll be a fun little adventure. Fuck. I am multi-streaming to Firetalk, YouNow, and Ustream. And, of course, YouTube. I was actually told that there's a small issue with Ustream when you go to it certain times. And I got it repro once, and it was just that it was black, that no video auto-loaded. If you click on a video, you can still watch it. And I think that comes down to a timing issue on the scripts that load the video. No big deal. Yeah, again, I don't... okay, so I ended up ordering a board last night. It theoretically won't get here until Monday, so I've got to deal with this. I'm not even positive, if I'm being honest, that I have sound. So I ended up ordering a board. Yeah, I do. I got sound. I got sound on YouTube, but that's coming off the OBS. I don't know if these native ones do or not, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. And that would be why. Why would that be? Why would these not have audio? That is a very good question. So let's see. Last time it was that I had disabled something. Settings. If we go to microphone, record volume, reduce echo, microphone. We don't have a microphone available. Why don't we have a microphone available? That seems like a very odd thing. We don't have a microphone available. Oh, look, default. Well, you know, we'll even select the one I know works. So, test. We now have audio on Ustream. Yay! So why doesn't Firetalk have audio? You piece of crap. If you're in the chat in Firetalk, it looks like I have somebody. Just type in there that you can hear me. Anything at all. Oh, wait, I'm hearing something. Where's that? Where's that coming from? Oh, that was coming from the settings. So Firetalk can hear the thing, but I don't know. I can't tell that's coming back out. And you now looks like I'm not even on. What happened? No, it says I'm broadcasting, but I don't have the little record symbol. This stupid thing, and I can't see my footage like I normally can. Hi, CT. That's CT in the background. She's a pretty princess, aren't you? Oh man, come on! And then, well, I'm just gonna refresh my thing. You can't stop me. I don't know what it's gonna do to the broadcast on that platform, but oh look, it thinks that I'm done. So we're gonna go live again. Okay, so now I can see me there. Can I hear me? Can I mic? I can select my mic. So in theory, I can increase the mic gain. So in theory, you now should be able to hear me. I guess Firetalk can hear me. Now is not the time for me to turn you into a hat. These different platforms, everybody has their own nuances with different things, and really, I don't care. I gave up like mid-sentence there. Yeah, so last night I stayed up trying to fix that, couldn't, end up ordering the board. It won't be able to Monday, so I've got a deal in the meantime, which offsets so many things. I might be able to use this to do video editing this weekend if I figure out that I'm going to do that. I don't know that I can game properly off it. I can probably try. This is Tux. He's making noises. Roar! Bearcat. Bearcat! So, I didn't go to work today because I felt like shit. Normally I would just try to work from home, but the computer that I try to work from home on is not working, so I probably should have tried off my laptop, but I didn't do that, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't have a lot of respect for the company, so here's of awesome started a Patreon. Fucking like I just like it's so fucking weird. I gotta beg them or Mark or whoever to, like, let me give you money on a monthly basis. No, no, no. What the fuck? And then they do this. Instead of doing monthly, they do it by video. And then I just sorted it out to pay. You're stupid. Just stay down here. Or run away, moron. So instead of like, I fixed it so that I essentially do monthly. I just donate for one video, because you can limit it when it's by video, and then I set it to like $50. So there, I'm budgeted. That way I can back it properly like I want to. And I don't care about the things. Honestly, all their tiers, they either sound like silly things, which they don't need to do, or they sound like monthly contribution things, which is weird anyways. Or both. So that's the thing. There's a company called Lazy Delivery. Like, I'm a big fan of the idea of using something like Instacart, something that delivers groceries so that you don't have to go there. I love Amazon for the same reasons. I think brick and mortar stores are dying. They need to be reduced to sample stores. Being like, oh, here's all our products. And then if you really want one, we can send one to your house via Amazon or whatever. That's how stores need to go. The time of having like huge department stores for nonsense, it seems useless. The only time that's not super pertinent is when, like, it's something that you want to enjoy right now. Possibly impulse buys, like candy shops. Like, you'd sell a limited amount in store, and then if you want more, you can bulk order, whatever. Even that seems stupid, because if you know you like candy, then you should be willing to bulk order good candy anyways. Really, it's just lots of dumb. I just don't enjoy this middle ground. Like, we have access to some of the greatest things that we ever had, but the changes have happened too quickly because people can't adapt to it for whatever reason. So, like, we have to go in this weird cycle waiting for people to die before people will embrace the technology and the new methods to be better, which is just fucking ridiculous. Just, let's move on. It's like, when I was young, I had a stick and I was happy. Yes, but now we don't have to be limited ourselves to sticks. We can do things better and more efficiently and get more done. Let's do that. I don't know. And then between, like, how I feel generally, everything, I'm ready to walk into work tomorrow and just punch a bitch. Hate how our company works. I hate it so much. I hate being here. Hate everything. There's a very loose plan for if I get fired, which I'm half hoping for. But I think this weekend, with this computer being down, and it'll delay me again. Like, so I'll have like 3 weeks of work to catch up on. Yay! After I get that motherboard in, maybe we'll do that. Maybe that'll be a thing. Maybe I'll learn what it's like to be dedicated towards one thing again. But I think the idea is to get a controlled escape, and I think that involves me packing shit up here. Whether it be excess computers, like when I'm done using this computer for this tower, I'm not going to put it back in the living room. I think I'm going to pack it away. Because I don't use the living room computer that often. And I'd be just fine dragging the laptop in there. I don't need my big screen. If I did, I'd just put it here on top of this. I now have a 3-monitor setup, which this PC can only run 2 for whatever reason. I think it's just the limitation of the video card, even though it has 3 connections. So I could just put the TV on top and have a 4th screen up there. But fuck, is that excessive? Oh, man. So yeah, so that's what I need to do. I just need to start figuring out where I can pack what away in and just do it. Because I know my new games that I have for unboxings are very limited. The only things that I have left coming up are the new Super Dungeon Explorer stuff because I'm going to get it. It's going to happen. And then the what was it? The Kickstarters and stuff that are coming in. Those are the only other things that I'm going to do because fucking what's the point? Until I get some kind of regular gaming night again, there's not a lot of point to it. Even like trying to play these games by myself, like it lacks some of the things just on different strategies. And then if I'm playing games by myself, I can be beta testing my games. So the only advantage in owning them is that I feel good about playing them on Tabletop Simulator or whatever equivalent that's out there. So that'll be a thing. So I won't feel as bad about striking the set. And right now the set's just holding some boxes and things, and it's a table. So I need to figure out like a staging point because normally I would just put it in the living room by the front door, but now in this fucking weird place, the kitchen's basically in the living room, and the living room's kind of cat space. So I kind of want to put it in the studio, but if I want to film anything, then I need the studio. So what I probably need to do is just give up on the studio being a studio, have that be a storage room, like a pure storage room. Yeah, this is sounding good. And then just move the lights and stuff out to the living room. And if I'm going to film anything, I'll film it in there. Or in here. Oh, this is a shitty set. I really fucking hate this being the set. The only advantage to this, with the ridiculous double bed setup, is that the cats will play in the background sometimes. And they've been slacking off. Like my producer's in a box in the hallway. I don't understand. So, I'm not super attached to anything right now. I don't really want to set up a green screen here. But, so if I can turn... I really want to do it in the living room. That's really when I want to stage everything. And I've already got some of the stuff in there. The washer dryer's in there, the couches are just sitting there useless. The problem is that the couches have cloth for coverings, so they catch cat hair. And I don't want to like store cat hair in between all the boxes, but it may just be a necessary evil for the point. If I can sell off the Warhammer stuff, that's probably what I need to do this week, and I need to make a point of that, doing that. Because I got 3 of them listed, the 3 small ones. I can get the other ones done. And yeah, if I can do that, then that'll give me less stuff in the house. I've got all those fucking books, but those are boxed for Melissa. We established that I hate you. Burp. Burp. Not breastfeeding you anymore. So, I don't know. I saw a trailer hitch that was carrying a car. I'm like, that's exactly what I need for when I move. I want to throw out or donate so much shit because I realized like I actually got into my cabinet, my cat-free cabinet for where I keep all my tech stuff. I realized what a horrible mess it was, so I ended up pulling out a bunch of stuff and reorganizing it, and it's still not how I want it to be. Not that my brain's working well enough for that to go 100% anyways, but I was gonna say I just have so much crap, but I want it to go to good use. But it's not having hobbies or things you do that are part of your life on any level of seriousness. Like you invest in it. You do. It's just what you do, and like if you care about it, you speak up, you get involved a little bit. You do that with anything you care about, and so I've done that with games, and I've got a mess of video games that a lot of which I haven't even played. Even going through the blind plays, I've got so much of that shit to get through. I need to actually dedicate time to that. I've got software that I've bought to program with and things like that, and that definitely hasn't made a return. I got my education. Jesus, this is fucking depressing. Even in the time and efforts I put in with the weirdlings, not that like I'm changing the world or that anything that I've done has really made any difference except for maybe with Jen. And I'm just annoying them on a regular basis. But I feel like if I don't speak up, I don't get involved, then I'm doing everyone a disservice. If it was just a thing I watched, then it would just be a thing I watched, and maybe I wouldn't even bother to donate. But because I care and I want to be involved, and I want to help, I can't do, or let me do anything from here. There's that, and for the record, this is root beer. I don't drink alcohol. But that's the dream, and I think we have to force it to happen, which has never been my model. It's always like let's kind of live an organic life, and whatever happens, happens, and always be able to find something somewhere. And what's really fucking irritating is that while I've been job searching, or why I've been on this pause, because I don't think the recruiter's gonna come through. It's just probably not gonna happen. I've been turning down local recruiters or whoever because they saw my resume somewhere and was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, Florida sucks. Go fuck yourself. I gotta get out of here. Like, I've identified several places I don't want to be, but I can't find anywhere like I really want to be. There's a couple places I sort of want to be, and there's places I want to be the most out of those places I want to be. But like, there's no dream. There's no totalitarian society. Like, if I have a state where I'm from anywhere, it's the internet, because quite frankly, there's literally room for everyone there. Whether that's a plus or minus is up to you to decide. But it's the one place where I can go where I have control over what I have in my life, and when I don't know life, I can self-define my culture and live with that. And I don't think that it's too picky or too whatever to want to have the life you want and not have to compromise on that. But I guess in order to get that, you have to go through, do everything you can, and maybe I just need to get a little bit more aggressive with how that works, regardless of how pretty I look, or whatever you may think of when you look at me. I'm not typically that guy. I might be a little angry, but it's usually because somebody's doing something. It's not just because I have opinion. Like, that's what I typically see people get mad at me, is because I have an opinion. It's like, I'm not doing anything. I am away, and then people have an issue with that. Usually what I get bent the fuck out of shape about are things that people think they have the right, or they expect the world to get out of their way and not be responsible for shit. And then they do stupid shit with that attitude, and that bothers me. I think most of my disgruntledness can come down to that. Where's We're selfish, ugly fucks. Most of us. And I've gotten some practice at that lately. And occasionally you have to do that in order to get what you want, because if you don't, then you never keep anything for yourself. It's Magic Jack. Available by Impact Miniatures. I like how he kind of looks like he's on a surfboard. Man, I'm really bad at... If you do it like that way it makes him look like he's on a surfboard. Alright, so... I feel like shit. I may or may not go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed. Till you see me next time, I am Kamurai. Have a nice day. Because we don't have my pictures and cards or whatever, if you want to go see us on Gaming Division, click up here. If you want to go see us in Jam on Toast, click there. There are other channels where I do things and stuff occasionally. That's Rooster, and we're out of here. Thanks for watching.